No, yes, it's been pretty inspirational. It's, knowing that Mike's gone through all that and he's near-death experience and come back and plugged him back and started playing rock and roll. It's a bit of an honour, really. When originally Nick made the connection with Mike to come and start playing drums, and we had another drummer and
KMatchmaker.com.
And then he told me about this guy Mike and how he'd a bit of a background, and then it just raised this issue. So by the way, he's also had this got smashed into 1,000 pieces in a car accident a couple of years ago, and has just sort of been rebuilt from the ground up. He was in a coma for a couple of weeks, and it was definitely one of the things that I thought about anyway. I thought, well, is he going to sort of his arm going to fly off, halfway through a sort of drum solo? Or
I made a connection with Mike on, MySpace website, and looking at his photos, I saw him in hospital and all that, all just strapped up to all these different sorts of, pumps and whatever, in a coma. I thought, fuck, if this guy's been that bad, would he be able to play the drums as well as he did before? Or so he says. He seemed really positive. He said, look, I took his word for it that, he was back to full strength. So thought, well, just roll the dice and take a gamble on it.
And the accident happened, and I can't do anything about that other than move on and roll with the punches. I don't know what happened in the coma. I woke up after it, seeing triple vision with a few nurses around me and that sort of thing. And just the look, I remember the look on one nurse's face. She just looked at me as soon as I've opened my eyes, they just slightly opened. She's just sort of come up and straight away put painkillers through me and that sort of thing. And I spewed it up because my body couldn't handle it. But speaking to my family after the coma, their experience of it is something that I can't sort of describe, I don't know what they went through, but from what I hear, it was hell. They stick this metal tube with an air pipe down your throat about that far, so it goes into your stomach sort of thing, and it pumps air, it helps you breathe. It was choking me, and it was really uncomfortable, but if it wasn't there, I would have died. I punctured my lung, broke my pelvis in two, broke my collarbone, broke my right leg in 4 spots, bruised heart, broke the 7 ribs, that lung, bruised brain. But when I came out of that coma, I remember writing the first thing that I could, when I could understand what was sort of going on, get this shit out of my mouth. That was what I wrote. And that to me was the thing about fighting. In the car I was trapped, there was a fucking tree that come in here and my head was over this, so I was like that, basically, wedged into this car. I'm not gonna die here, I'm not gonna die. And I just kept telling myself that and screaming. And I think that inner fight, that inner lion that each person does have deep down somewhere, came out then and pulled me through. The first time I picked up the sticks was actually when I was in rehab hospital. Why do you want to bring them in? You can't use your arms. If it's for a price of playing drums, then that's fine. Started just day by day, sort of just tapping on the bed every day. And from there, just sort of as the rehabilitation process went on, I just kept going, and I had to do it. And it was great.
Mr. Mike Rivers. Brothers on the drums.